Welcome to Dice Legenz. It's great to have you with us. We're going to have a stonking Dungeons & Dragons adventure. Put up that little name title, we're Dice Legenz, and this is the Spies of Aratai.
Oh, sneaky, sneaky.
Before we get into our adventure, I'd like to introduce you to our beautiful, wonderful, talented cast of players. We'll start with people at the table. We'll start with you, Trubie.
Hi, I'm Trubie, and I'm playing an orc barbarian by the name of Bogart. Coming to you live from New Zealand at 8 a.m. in the morning. I've only just woken up.
Thank you. Let's go to you, Monty.
Hi, I'm MontyGlu. I'm playing Rubik, the totally ripped and tall 7 foot a billion green dragonborn wizard. Totally not short, totally tall.
Nice. And to wrap it up, hit us, Caustic.
Yes, I'm Caustic Phoenix here on Twitch, and I am playing Moriana, our wood elf ranger, who's looking pretty rough right now and not so great and needs a nap time.
Okay, and I am Vahid. My name is Vahid. I'm the DM of this show. It's great to have you with us. Before we get into our adventure, we need to say thanks so much to all of our followers. Thanks to our subscribers. If you're new to our channel, watching us live on Twitch, please hit us with a follow. If you're watching us on YouTube, hit us with a sub. Actually, if you're on Twitch, you can sub as well. Thanks very much to Jelly Sue and Romberton. I hope I've said that right. For the subs today, we really appreciate it because that gives our cast a community pool of inspiration. So they're already sitting on 6. Thanks, guys, for that. The more they get, the better. Thanks so much to our Patreons. We really value you, and I can see already that there's some Patreons in the show with us live. So thanks, guys. Nice to have you with us. And 2 sponsors that we want to talk about today. Our friends at, who should we talk about first? Trubie?
You tell me.
Let's do BD&D.
Oh, BD&D, yeah. Yeah, I love them. Got some wicked dice from them.
Yep. So BD&D, what do they do?
They do books, they do board games, they do paints for your minis, they do Magic the Gathering cards, and they do dice. They've got so much good stuff.
We love them. And then, thanks BD&D, you've been with us pretty much from the beginning. Nice New Zealand company, kia ora koutou. And then we've got D20 Collective, and I'm going to place some of the dice that they have sent us. I think Ronnie still has his metal dice.
He is jealously protecting those things.
Yeah.
Like a red dragon.
Yeah. And so if you use the code 10Legends, you get a 10% discount on their already good prices. They always have some dice sets for only $5. They've also got gemstone dice, wooden dice, dice bundles, and they sell cool accessories like cute little dice backpacks.
What, like that? That's cute.
Pretty cute.
Oh, that's cute.
So head to D20 Collective as well. That's all I got to say about that. I think we're ready to get into it.
Yeah? Let's just say about that. Let's get into it. Yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
It's time.
It's time. Roll the... Did we have double titles? No? We're okay? We're in? Great. Okay. Double title. Hey.
Oh my gosh.
Before we get into this episode, it is customary on our channel to do a 1-minute recap of the previous episode. I did not think it was kind to the rest of the cast to do it because Monty and Caustic have no idea what the heck we're talking about, and it's very early for Trubie. So I'm doing it today. So I've only done it 3 other times before.
Yeah.
And I haven't done it very well.
Wow.
No pressure. You're going to be a perfect example. You can't mess up at all.
Yeah.
And this is what's on the line. I mean, this is the main campaign, but...
I'll take it.
Okay. Great. Just remember, Caustic and Monty, if you ever do well, we will mail this to you. Within a week. You will have to mail it to the next winner, though. Okay.
Just tape it to a Canadian goose. It'll find me eventually.
I will. My jacket's made out of Canadian goose.
Why do you think that makes you akin to them? They're gonna hate you. If anything, you're an enemy of the geese.
They'll be like, one of our own. One of our own.
All right, count me in, Trubie, count me in.
Okay.
You ready on the music?
Ready on the music, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go!
The Spies of Aratai began in the grand walled city of Aratai, where 3 mysterious spies, Bogart, Rubik, and Mori, were gathered together by their mentor, Seavold, who gathered them together and told them that an ex-agent of theirs named Tearing had entered the city and they wanted to know why. So they were sent to intercept him and to bring him in. They went to the silk market and tried to say hello to him nicely, but he ran away. He magically made himself into 3 dwarves. They chased him through the through the market. Eventually, they caught him and they found embedded in his cloak some pieces of paper that referred to a captain, Captain Noose, and also a temple, Sibi Elishi, the Temple of Knowledge. They went to the Temple of Knowledge, Sibi Elishi, and they encountered a bodyguard. They fought the bodyguard. The bodyguard they defeated, and then they grabbed a book, and the book said that the temple, that there was a, that there was a ritual that was that the bad guys called the Rooks, were trying to put together to help Tila.
Good work, Vahid. Now, you did run out of time.
I did run
That was very stressful. I am not confident anymore about getting a chance of doing it.
You've terrified Caustic Phoenix.
That was the intention. All right. So
You rolled high on intimidation.
That was an attempt of a recap. What did I miss, guys? What did I miss?
You got a lot of it. You did get a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe you only missed that we're on our way to the docks now. Maybe that's all.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna take a small detour before we go to the docks, but yes.
Oh yeah. What were we
Just to sleep.
We're going to Sleepy Town Junction.
Yes.
Sleepy Town Junction.
Yes. Yes.
Can we have the music in studio just down a little bit? The voices as they are, but music down. Okay, so we're ready to begin then?
Yes.
Tahirua Toru. It is nighttime. It is a couple hours after, I think it's just an hour after sunset, as you had left the temple of Sibi Elishi, the god of knowledge, with a book in your hand, which had 2 pages bookmarked. One of those pages said that it was about rituals of summoning demons. That's what it was about. And one of the pages talked about how valuable sulfur is, or brimstone is, in being able to channel these horrible spirits into the material plane. And another page that was marked talked about how it may be that the more powerful the summoner, the more powerful the creature they may be able to summon. But there was a lot of theoretical unknowns in both of this. You'd left the Temple of Sibi Elishi and headed in the darkness towards the docks, but had decided a few steps into your journey towards the docks that actually you were all pretty hurt and exhausted. So what's the plan? Over to you.
Wow.
Mori looking at the group, trying to move quickly to the docks, but you might notice if you're paying attention that her leg on her right side is moving a lot slower as she tries to keep up, clenching her side as well. She's looking pretty awful and rough. We have to get to the docks. The quicker we can get to the docks, the more information we can find, and the quicker we can, put this behind us.
Yes, quite so. I really am worried about your leg, Mori. Don't think it went unnoticed.
It's fine. It's just a leg. I have 2 of them.
I will not dispute that, but I would wager you need both of them.
Fine.
Good.
Fine.
Okay, a place to rest. Can I say that, like, the theater that Bogart works at is nearby?
There are theaters all over town.
Oh, good.
You know, there are theaters because watching people upon the stage is one of the accessible forms of entertainment to the citizens of Aratai.
Of course, great.
And as an expert on the stage,
Yes.
you are familiar with many of the stages around town.
Can I say that Bogart's particular haunt is maybe nearby and that we could maybe duck into there?
Yes.
Okay, great. Cool. I've got a key to the theater. It's actually not too far from here. Maybe we could rest amongst the props and the... there's no beds per se, but there are comfy, big, poofy skirts and shirts that we could lay amongst.
Are we just going there because people are going to recognize you and again applaud you and credit you and give you all the wonderful compliments that you always feed upon?
Well...
Wait, you're an actor? I thought you were a linguist.
Often the two do intersect. When one is a master of the tongue, it does help one become others. Anyway.
What do you know?
Well, shall we to the theater? And at this hour, there's not likely to be anyone at the theater, honestly. I have a key. We can get in through the back doors. It really doesn't need to be a fiasco.
Fine, but don't stop and say hello to anyone because as soon as I'm feeling better, we're booking it over to the docks.
Okay, it's all right. Just a quick sleep and then docks.
That's it. Yeah, just a little stitching on the side. I'm sure it's okay. Bandage it up. Get a little Neosporin. We're good.
Yep, great. We have an accord.
Next scene, we find yourselves at the... Sorry, go Monty, go Monty.
Sorry, no, you go ahead.
The key goes into the lock at the back of the door, and you find yourselves in the backstage of the theater.
Yeah, backstage. And I want to take us either to, like, the green room area, so, like, where the actors sort of prepare, like, before they go on stage, and or maybe head to, like, the props or costume alley and just kind of, like, amass comfortable bolts of fabric or costumes or what have you.
Okay.
To make our stay a little bit comfy.
And you can effectively do a short rest.
Okay, great.
Is that what you're planning? Monty Caustic, you doing a short rest or are you doing a long rest?
I mean, I would like, well, there's what Maury wants and then there's what I want.
Oh, okay. Up to combined level of 3. I could do arcane recovery. I could manage a short rest and get some arcane recovery. Once per day when you finish a short rest, you can choose expended spell slots to recover up to a combined level of 30. Yeah, I could do that. I could get back 2 spell slots.
All right. Short rest it is. Everyone find the biggest, poofiest skirt that you can find. Quick nap time. Is there somebody here that can, like, set an alarm for us or something, Bogart?
An alarm of what sort?
One that will wake us up at least and get us going, but not to tell people that we're here because we can't be bothered.
Hey, Amori, I'm actually very, very good at keeping time. So, listen. Why are you looking at me? Why are you making the face?
What do you mean you're good at keeping time? How does you just have an internal clock that you can just manage? Like, if I were to ask you at any point in time of the day what time it is, would you always be right?
Oh yeah, every single time, without a doubt.
What time is it right now?
Currently it is 4:23:32.
Well, we have no way of verifying that, so...
I mean, that's so specific, it can't be wrong. I'm pretty sure that's correct.
Exactly, it's quite remarkable. Look, I'm not planning on taking a rest. I took absolutely no damage and used none of my abilities, so I don't need to.
That's one quick way of saying you are useless. Got it.
Oh! Maury, trying to get under my skin.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm a little cranky. I'm hurt. I'm gonna take a nap, and hopefully, when I wake up, I will apologize. If not,
I lean towards Bogart and like do kind of like the side mouth thing. And I go, well, it looks like she didn't expend any of her sass, huh?
Yes, you are right about that, Rubik. No sass expenditure wasted at all.
High five.
Yeah.
What are you two high-fiving about?
Yes, we were just talking about you.
About a job well done. We found all that information. We're so good at this.
Well, enough of it. It's nap time, obviously. This is very serious business. And Mori will try to find a big fluffy tutu of sorts and a couple of bolts of fabric to lay over her. I'm taking a nap. Don't let me sleep too long because then we're going to the docks.
While we're here,
While you're here, okay.
The establishment that we're going to in the docks, have we been given the name of that place or just that they're there?
Yeah, I have that. Hold on. Where's my notes? Where'd I put my notebook?
You're a bit
We're looking
Monty.
for the Corin's Bride is the boat we're looking for. It should have a shipment of brimstone on it to be used potentially for a demonic summoning.
Oh, yes.
Apparently the Turing and the assassin that we found, they came on a boat from a stinky island and loaded the boat with wooden boxes that have assumedly brimstone on them.
Okay. So, while you guys are doing your short rest, making your rolls for putting your hit points back up and deciding which abilities, if any, what spell slots you want to get and all that kind of thing. Trubie,
Yo.
you're the one that's up and about. The others are resting. There is a quiet knock on the door,
Oh.
on the back door.
Do I notice the rhythm of the knock? Or is it significant?
It doesn't seem
Okay,
significant.
great. Okay. Oh! And visitor at this hour. Strange. And then Bogart kind of totters to the door, and then he kind of cracks it open one eye, and he said, "Who visits?"
And it's Savold.
Savold! Ah!
He kind of.
The theater's not open, you know.
I'm aware. Thank you.
Great.
And he just kind of opens the door up as just enough to allow him to come in,
Yes.
to slide in, and closes behind him. Says, when you didn't come back straight away from the temple, when the three of you didn't return straight away from, anyway, you didn't return straight away, so I thought I'd try to find you and we were able to track your movements.
Oh, yes, right. Okay.
Yes.
Is there something important?
Yes, there is. Where are the other two?
They're currently short resting.
Ah. Well, I can talk while they short rest.
Yes. They were very. One of them in particular was very explicit about not being bothered,
Okay.
and I think they will only become crankier should they become bothered. So,
That was more I suspect.
how'd you guess?
Yes, well, I've known her most of her life. Okay, let's at least talk with Rubik as well. We'll leave Mori to sleep.
Oh, okay. You want me to wake up Rubik? I can.
Yes.
I will.
Yes, do it.
If my country requires it, I will. And then
The queen requires it.
Bogart will sneak into like the green room and kind of like gently push the door ajar and sees Mori resting on a giant tutu, but then goes over to Rubik and kind of like taps him on the shoulder.
Why are you tapping me so aggressively? I'm just reading my book and I just look up kind of confused, like,
Yes, but you looked so engaged in it that it seemed I required to tap you on the shoulder. There's.
I do tend to hyperfixate. It's a habit.
I've noticed.
What can I do you for, Bogart? What do you need?
Savold's here. He wants to speak to you and me, but not. He's okay with not talking to Mori right now.
Oh, so he wants to live. That's a good idea.
Exactly. Yes. He's a judicious man.
Seavold.
Good thinking.
So Seavold back in the, so leaving the green rooms back in the props bay. Seavold says, we've had time to use some magical interrogation on Tearing, who you brought in. And we have we've discovered that the captain of Corin's bride, this Captain Noose, is scheduled to be returning to the island first thing this morning, first thing in the morning. And we were able to elicit from Tearing that there are there's something about the ritual that is being planned from that island. So we'd like you to get there. We'd like you to get there and to, at the very least, gather information, and if you see it as important, to, of course, destroy any plans that the Rooks have. We've also learned that, indeed, on the boat, as you had deduced, in the boxes that came off the boat were brimstone, and they have already been taken up to the palace for a reason, we can only assume for some ritualistic reason, but we don't know anything more than that. He then produces from his pocket a few things. He says also, the Queen sends you some gifts, and looks around and finds a small table and says, for you, Bogart, and puts 3 flasks. They're circular, they're like globes, and they have liquid in them. They're about the size of a tennis ball. And he says, when they break, they create a temporary magical blindness and deafness in a small circle radiating from where they break.
A suppressive flask. Yes, very interesting. Very impressive. And 3 of them.
3 of them. For you, Rubik, hands you a quill. A quill. And
Tentatively take it and look at it.
If you have time to attune with it, this quill is enchanted with the ability to cast a spell. I don't know what the spell is called, what you arcane folks call it, but it emits 3 bolts of magical force, which unerringly...
Oh yeah, it's a rudimentary magic missile conduit. I've been privy to such technologies before. And I just kind of go over and I do a little tappy dance. You know, when you give a dog a treat, they do the little tappy dance,
I understand, he says, that the wizard who enchanted it only placed a certain amount of magical reservoir within it, and that as it is inactive, that something about it absorbs more magical ether, or whatever you guys magical folks call it. But if you use too much of it at once, it can expend all of it, and then it's never able to be used again. So it does need to be used judiciously, but it does have a number of times it casts. And the last thing he does is he places a small clockwork mouse on the table. It's a wind-up mouse, and he says, and this is for Mori.
Oh, she gets a toy. She would like that.
Yes. It has a small button on the top of it.
Oh, fun.
When you wind it up, push the button, it can scurry forward, and at the end of its run, which I believe is something like a 60-foot run, it then has been given enchanted with another arcane unleashing. It makes everyone in its area fall asleep.
Oh. Well. Excellent. I will make sure she gets this. This is indeed an important proprietary. Is there anything else she should know about this? How many uses does this thing have?
I think it is the one.
1 use. All right. Yes. Okay. I will relay that information. Is everything okay, Sybil?
Sybil said, yeah, everything is fine.
Okay.
And he says, you might want to take, and looks at both of you, you might want to take more care with your movements. If I was able to track you this easily, then others may be able to as well.
Oh, okay. I will tell Moriana about, yeah.
Well, we are in a theater. Maybe some disguises wouldn't hurt us, especially if we're going to the docks.
I knew I would like you, Rubik. I knew you had something about you. No.
Oh, I'm changing into a lighter shade of green. Stop. And I kind of like wave dismissively.
Yes. Was there anything else, Sybil?
There is actually something, one last thing I need to say, but I want to say it to all three of you. So if you think Mori has slept enough,
Well, depends on how long we've been talking.
I think we can talk.
Give me 10. I'm gonna attune to this funny little quill you gave me. I think that's gonna be very important later on, and then that guarantees that Mori has her, beauty sleep.
Okay, I'll wait.
And then, yeah, we can meet after that. How's that sound?
I'll wait until you've done that, and then once she's awake, I'll give you this final piece of information. Then I'll depart.
Excellent. Well, feel free.
During this, Mori is definitely snoring incredibly loudly. This is why she typically prefers to sleep in very small spaces away from everyone else, because she is not a pretty sleeper. It is horrendous. You would think that a bear was being mauled by another larger bear from the sound of it. Just awful. And she rolls like a pig, uncomfortable in its own sty, occasionally farting and drool coming out of her mouth. It's incredibly unladylike, and exactly her one time where she really just gets to relax and apparently lets it all out.
Wow.
She's someone's dream girl.
Hey, Mori, when you're woken, and you and Rubik, you have spent some time attuning to the quill. Together with
Do I recognize my teammates since they may be in disguise?
I don't think they've gotten into disguise quite yet.
Okay, good. Or else somebody might have gotten punched.
Yeah. Seavold is there.
Come on, it's a spy campaign. We have to have the disguise montage as part of the movie where we all dress up as different people.
Wonderful.
Fair.
So, Seavold says, "Hey, kiddo, when you come out, Mori."
Huh? What? Oh my gosh! And in a mad rush, she'll quickly stand up, kicking the tutu to behind her, and then doing like a slight bow to Seavold. Why didn't anyone tell me that you were here? Hi.
You needed your rest. Hey, look, I don't have much time. Just wanted to say one last thing. We're worried. There's something that's of concern. We're not sure. No, let me try again. We are certain that agents within the Shadow Guard have been compromised by Tila.
What?
A week ago, 2 of our agents along the docks were found killed near the lighthouse. And we have reason to suspect that not all is well in our house. That's all. Just to be aware.
I don't even know where to begin with that. How? What do you need us to do?
We need you to succeed in this mission as fast as you can. Just be careful. That's all.
Right.
And Seavold leaves. Now, one last outside of story thing. I realized last week when I introduced the Queen, I said the wrong name. I called her Queen Amidala.
Yeah.
Which is not
I
actually.
mean, she is a queen.
She is a queen, but she's not this queen. This queen is and this is probably why I got confused, because it's the same syllables but in different order. It's Ameadal. Ameadal is our queen. Ameadal, this 16-year-old. Ameadal. Ameadal. Sorry about
I can't believe this. I can't work under these conditions.
And the other.
All right, that's that. Okay, what are you guys doing?
Bogart will come back into the room and he'll have arms full of frilly shirts and pantaloons and such and bandanas, and he'll kind of like drop them on the floor of the green room. And then he'll say, okay, by Rubik's request, I've procured some costumes from the attic. They're upstairs. These are usually used by the amateur society, so I'm sure they won't mind, but this is some fun to be had. Yes.
I'm sorry, Rubik, you asked for this? You want us to do this?
Well, we're going to the docks. We've been told that we're being a little too, conspicuous, so maybe we should, be a little non-conspicuous.
So the idea is what? To dress up, put on a bandana, and people aren't gonna recognize us anymore? Is that all it's gonna take?
Well, we're gonna look more like sailors if we're going down to the docks, and if we're smart, and we want to, acid, poison breath in the throat. And if we're smart, and we want a stowaway, maybe we could get hired. I don't know. I'm not exactly like a genius at this, but I mean, we've been seeing that lady. We let her loose, and she knows what we look like. So, I mean, we can assume she left the city, but maybe she's told some of her friends about us. So it might not hurt for us to maybe, not look like us as much.
Fine. Bogart, you've been waiting to do this, and she'll just throw her arms open.
Oh.
Make me a sailor.
Well, we have three
Bogart
sizes here. And your choice of bandana, we've got most any color, and if you see any color you like, I'm sure we can chop up some other costume and make that into a bit of a bandana, but
Bogart, I got some lovely maroon corduroy here. I think we could definitely add this to the look.
Yep, maroon corduroy.
Oh.
Yep, this is quite good.
Oh, that's heavy.
Can you do something with your hair? Gosh.
My
Yeah, we could do a bun thing, maybe, I don't know. Human-esque hair, you can do so much with it. I can't really do too much with these, and I kind of flop my kind of tendrils I have coming out of the back of my head.
We can give you
fine.
All right.
Or, and I just grab a comically large pair of scissors. We could do a different route and just really make it look different.
A bun is great. A bun is fantastic, and she'll actually do two of those really cute space buns on top of her head.
Nice.
Very nice. And I mean, well, these are more of a prop than anything. But then he pulls out like a long pointy blade, like a rapier. He's like, this looks the part.
You want us to bring in? What if they think we're actually armed, and now we're there with fake weapons?
Yes, you're right. If we're trying to procure passage as menial, laboring sailors, we should do without weapons. You're quite right. You're quite right, Moriana. Yes.
It does look cool, though. Can I actually have that? I really like how it looks.
Oh, okay then. And then
tell no one.
All right, and then we have a disguise montage. Play some montagey music for us, and let's have a disguise roll. So, is anyone proficient in disguise?
Yes. Yes, I am. And is there any way for me to... Oh, I could help.
You can help everyone.
Okay. Cool.
Is anyone else proficient in disguise? No. Okay. It's all on you, buddy.
Yeah. Okay, great. Okay. I rolled an 18.
Okay, you look really cool.
Yes, I put makeup on as well, just I've given myself a scar. Yeah, sort of dusty, and I've put salt all over myself to kind of smell like the sea. Yeah.
Okay, great. Now roll to see how well you do with Mori.
Oh, okay, yes.
This is all you, buddy.
And I'm just saying, keep still, stop moving.
Oh, this is uncomfortable.
You're like a mosquito, constantly I use an inspiration.
Thanks to Jelly Sue for the inspiration.
I look at the first result and I'm like, oh.
I look hideous.
I try again, and that is a 13.
Okay, she looks acceptable.
Okay.
Now for your biggest challenge yet.
Rubik. Okay.
Hey there, buddy.
So it helps that you're not as tall as the typical dragon person, so... Okay. Stay very, very still. 19.
All right, okay. And the three of you are all ready to go.
Aha. Yes, very good, very good. I kind of produce a glass.
I like how you did away with my tendrils. I look more like a I don't know. Is there lizard folk in this world, Shifty?
They are, but they're not very liked in this city.
Oh, okay.
That scarf really covers up your lizard head.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a ton. I like how you changed my scale colors. I look more like a bronze dragonborn now. I think this is kind of bougie, kind of nice.
Yes.
Does that mean you're worth more?
Where?
Listen, I'm priceless, baby.
Now, we don't all subscribe to the difference between the chromatic and the metallic dragons, of course, but those at the docks might not be so cosmopolitan.
Oh, nice word there.
Yes, well, I'm something of a reader. Okay.
All right. Let's go.
Your lexicon is vast and impressive.
Oh.
All right, I'm ready to go.
All right.
And so you guys head out of your safe haven theater, yeah, and into the streets of Aratai. It is still dark. You spent a good period of time overnight, and we see that it's still the small hours. It's approaching dusk as you head towards the docks. Perception rolls, everyone.
Nope, that's a D12.
I would like to also use one of the inspirations.
Okay, thank you, Romberton, for the inspiration. Go for it, Caustic.
Thank you. 13. Notably better.
I got a 15.
I got an 11.
All right, I love it when. Okay, that's cool. So, can you really quickly, the three of you, really quickly tell me what you're actually wanting to do? A real quick summary. What's your plan?
I'd like to use my nose more than my sight. So, like, keeping my head down, my cloak still, or whatever pirate hat thingy, sailor hat I have on that Bogart put on me, I would like to keep my eyes down and use my nose to see if I can pick up that scent of sulfur, perhaps, on passerbys as we get closer to the docks.
Cool, sure.
I've put you in a bandana that's the color of a storm cloud.
Fabulous.
Just in case you needed to know.
Yes.
No, I do. It matches my mood, so.
Exactly.
Okay, and your team. What's your team planning on doing? Yeah, I know you're heading to the docks, but what is your actual plan?
Oh.
That'd be a good idea now, wouldn't it?
Okay.
So this ship is not showing up until basically tomorrow, based off of the information.
It's leaving tomorrow.
Oh, it's leaving tomorrow.
Leaving.
So let's not show up tomorrow.
It's leaving in the morning, first thing in the morning.
Rubik had a good idea, and I can't remember if they mentioned this in front of you, Mori, but perhaps we could secure some sort of labor position aboard.
Work?
Yes.
On a ship?
Yes. Well,
like what? Like moving crates or something?
if it was necessary.
I mean, I guess. Sure. I just don't want to. I'm not going to be the one who has to swab any poop decks. What if you do?
Well, I suppose Rubik or I could do that, but I'm sure we could fabricate a set of skills that would get us passage, or Failing that, we sneak aboard, but I think we could talk our way on.
Fine.
I think one of us could talk our way on, and I kind of nudge Bogart with my elbow. That being said, probably another important piece of information to get is just the name of the island that the ship is heading towards anyway. Whether we overhear people talking about it or what, I think that would be kind of a good thing to do.
Great.
Because we don't even know what the island's called. I just got it in my notes as Stinky Island, and I literally just have a drawing in my spell book that is Stinky Island with like stink lines coming off of it, and I flip it back to myself. I never did well in art school.
Perhaps if we could work out the tavern or such where they might be staying, then we could try and approach them in the morning, perhaps.
Yes. This is all excellent. Great ideas. So we go down to the docks, get some jobs, listen and hear anything that we can. And also, Rubik, what time is it?
Currently, right now, after your nap, it's about 6:31:52.
Excellent. Thank you. Shifty eyes and looks back. All right, to the docks.
The dock.
And our scene changes, and the three of you have reached the docks as the early morning light is trying desperately to break through the thick cloud layer above. The city is still in perpetual, it still has this dark, oppressive cloud. Ever since Tila has arrived, this thick blanket of cloud has covered the entire city. So you know that it's morning by the movement of the seagulls especially, but it's hard to tell exactly how early it is. And go ahead and make those investigation rolls to be able to locate the Corin's Bride ship.
Oh, good roll, Rubik. Oh my god. 22 for Rubik.
Ooh. 12 for Bogart.
I also have a 12.
Rubik, you do an excellent job, figuring out where, and the moral of the story is, the three of you standing on the same wharf as Corin's Bride. It's a medium-sized merchant vessel. Its sails are currently furled, tied up. Sailors are loading carts onto the boat, food supplies, water casks. And it's pretty clear to you, Rubik, who the captain is. Captain Noose. He's a man possibly in his 40s. He's a little bit overweight, but he definitely has an air of authority about him. Ordering people around. The docks are busy. This isn't the only boat, and there are a lot of boats that are loading and unloading supplies.
Good work. Okay, that's one. Right.
How many men would you say are currently loading? Like how many people are currently loading on barrels and stuff?
You can see 3 at the moment, plus the captain.
Okay. I approach the captain.
Okay, you approach the captain.
Yes.
He sees you approaching him, and he turns to you and says, "Morning."
Good morning. It's choppy day on the seas.
Isn't it just?
Isn't it? Yeah, it is. Hey, it looks like a lot of cargo.
Yeah, we've got some cargo to full. You looking for some work?
Yeah.
It's either that or you're the wharf master, and I know you're not that.
I'm not a wharf master, no. No. See, me and my buddies Bruiser and Klonka, we're looking for some work. We've just finished on another ship, and we're just looking for some more work. So.
Looking for some more work.
Yeah.
a woman nearby who's kind of a wiry, short woman. Is heading back towards the gangplanks to head back down. He turns to her and he speaks to her in a different language.
Which one?
He speaks to her in Gulmish.
Oh, I don't know that I know that.
I think that your linguistic thing, allows.
Can I get some notion of it? Yeah,
Yes,
cool.
yes.
Okay.
And he asks her, do we need any more? And she replies, Tearing, and all of you heard the name Tearing,
Ooh.
and woman not returned.
So, okay.
Meanwhile, Rubik, you see some town guards, have appeared on the northern side of the wharf and are just kind of meandering their way down. And one of them is familiar to you.
Oh no.
One of them is Sergeant Palm. And also among them is one of the new type of guards that have come ever since Tila's here. They call them the Golden Guard. They carry a golden spear, which is rumored that if you get stabbed by it, turns you into gold. Anyway, so Captain Palm and a gold guard and two others are at the north and are starting to make their way towards you.
I immediately stiffen and I go, uh-oh, there's been a bit of a complication.
What do you mean, Clonker?
Oh, it's good. I wrote that one down in the notes as my name. That's good that you said that. That guy there, Sergeant Palm, we have a bit of a history.
Like a good one, like this is a old teacher, or a bad one, like this is an old lover?
What? Lover? What? No, neither of those things. It's more of a relationship that he caught me trying to go inside of a building that was not mine.
Meanwhile, back on the boat, he says, okay, right, 3 of you.
Yeah, that's right. They're about double the size of your strength, and it looks like you'll need it for the amount of cargo you've got. Yeah.
We've got room for 2.
Room for 2? Well, you see, I don't go anywhere without Clonker. He's my best mate. We grew up together. And Bruiser is my brother.
Looks down. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Different dads.
Well, I had assumed as much.
It's not polite to ask, though, is it?
Nah, not on the sea, mate.
Yeah, exactly. You know how it is.
I know how it is.
You see people. Us see people.
I would like to go up to the back of Bogart, kind of touching his shoulder. Hey there, brother. I think we have a problem.
And then Bogart turns around and says, Leave it out, Bruiser.
Oh.
Leave it out.
Listen, and I walk up. Listen, as your best friend Conquer, it's important. Your mother is sick. You need the work. Go on without me. I'll find another ship to work on. And I wink heavily while sweating bullets.
All right, make a deception roll.
Who?
A 2.
No. I said who? Who's making a deception?
You are.
Oh, yeah.
You're the one that's winking.
I am okay. Deception roll. You got it.
I was like, if you have a 2, use the
Can I use a
inspiration.
reroll? Please, I rolled a 6. Please, can I use a reroll?
Yep. You got 4 more. Thanks to Jelly Sue. There's 1 more that you
Oh,
can.
thank God. Okay, thank God. 21.
He happens to be looking
Wait, no,
away.
sorry. 19. Apologies.
He happens to be looking away, making eye contact with his second mate, his first mate, this wiry short woman, when you wink, and so he doesn't see it miraculously, which is great. The guards are coming really close to the boat when, from the south side of the dock, you hear a young male voice saying, "Bogart! Is that you, Bogart? It's me, Schooner! Bogart!"
Well, let's go then. I'm ready. Bruce is ready, my brother. Clonker can't come anymore. He's there's something's wrong with his mum.
I'll take care of your mother. It's okay. I'll take care of Mumsy while you're gone. She's so ill.
We love Mother.
And they say, "Yeah, well, come on board. We just need to get the final barrels in."
Okay, yep, cool, I'll help out. Yep, barrels. Yep, where's a barrel? Yep, he's looking for... He's sweating, Bogart's sweating a lot right now. He just heard his own name. He thinks he knows who it is.
And this young man, the other two of you, because Bogart's avoiding looking, this young man coming from the southern part of the wharf is looking directly at Bogart for sure, waving and says, "That's a great get up you've got on." And you hear him loudly saying to someone he's walking with, Bogart's portrayal in Casablanca was just astonishing. When he said, "Frankly, darling, I don't give a darn about peaches." It was such a dramatic moment.
Yeah, well, he's not wrong. Look, Bogart will disengage we'll try and get off to the ship and trying to get closer to this fan before he gets any closer to the ship. All right. Yeah, just 1 second. Just 1 second. I'm just gonna look over here and talk to this boy.
And what's happened is that the noise has meant the guards are now paying more attention to your disguises. So let's quickly hear. I know what you're doing, Bogart. You're heading over to Schooner.
Yes.
Maury, what's Maury doing?
So awkward, feeling left alone because disguise is not her thing. She will put her hands in her pocket and try to whistle to look like a sailor on the ship.
Okay.
It's not a good effort, but she doesn't know any better.
All right, thank you. And Rubik, what are you doing?
The guards are approaching.
The guards are and they're definitely turning their attention to you because they want to see what this guy is calling out about.
Oh God. Okay, sorry. Let me think here. Is there an opposite way to leave? Is there like a one exit that they're blocking, or is there like a way I can kind of like, disappear? Like, is there a place I could like kind of walk to hide behind something?
Wharves are full of boxes and piles of things. So if you imagine the wharf goes north to south, the ship is sitting there docked. They're and Bogart's got a handful of things. The last crew are pulling the last things up the gangplanks in, but there are nets over some goods that are set aside for other boats that you could hide behind. The guards are coming from the north and walking towards you. They're only like about 40 feet away from you, and this young man is coming from the south and is engaging with Bogart. What you doing, Rubik?
When I was at the theater, did I see any other actors there?
No.
Or like posters of actors?
Yes. Oh, for sure. Yeah,
Okay.
Definitely.
Could I dart behind, like kind of give a bow of farewell and then like walk and then disappear behind some crates and cast disguise self on myself to turn into one of those actors seemingly in like just a regular plain wear, like a more, no offense Bogart, but a more popular actor than Bogart who maybe had like a leading role and did a really good performance maybe.
Excellent. You need to do a stealth to get behind the boxes first because people are looking towards you, including Captain Palm. So you need to make a stealth roll to be able to get behind the boxes, and then you can disguise self. Maury, I don't know what the heck to roll for you. You're just kind of standing there looking awkward. You probably don't need to roll anything.
I got a 15.
15. Okay, you get behind the boxes, and you you hear Captain Palm take a breath because you're only like 40 feet away by now, and says, "Behind those boxes, quick, run!" And yep, okay, and you change, you disguise self. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. And then, what do I have in my inventory? 1 second. I am going to. I have a tinderbox. This could work. Could I? Sorry, I'm just thinking of how I want to make this disguise go. Can I like? I'm not setting something on fire. I can see you stressing right now, Caustic Phoenix. The answer is not always to set something on fire.
I was a little worried. Like when people light a cigarette at a gas station, it's like, this is not a smart idea. Please stop this.
I do want to do that though. I want to make it look like I'm smoking maybe, and I'm gonna be dressed up in a very casual way, leaning up against the boxes.
Love it.
And just kind of like leaning up. I'm looking like this, like probably like a Fabio looking actor right now who's just wearing like basic, like just traveler's clothes, like out on the town clothes.
I love it. Okay, great. Meanwhile,
Bogart looks, if he can catch sight of that.
Yeah.
Bogart's got to shout out, "Oh my gosh, is that Brando?"
And it is. And Schooner looks over to Brando as well. Well, and is kind of torn between who to adore the most. The guards come around the side of the boxes and they see Brando leaning up there, rakishly smoking.
Yes.
Right? And Captain Palm comes around the corner and says, sorry, sir. It was a mistaken identity. Sorry. I thought I saw someone else. No one else here with you?
No.
And then, Bogart dresses like kind of Schooner. He's hoping he's got some sort of like privacy with Schooner and this captain who's kind of just walked onto the scene, and that they're far enough away from the ship so that Bogart can go, "Look, we're in the middle of a rehearsal, and it's really, the process is going to be slowed down a lot if we have to keep coming out of character. But when you refer to our names like this, and Slobber, Schooner. Yes, and no, it wasn't obvious. No, don't beat yourself up. I'm going to write. He like signs something, and he's like, "Yeah, this is yours." And of course, you've got a few of those now, but that, yes. Okay, so yeah. So if we can just get back to this, no. Yes, good.
Your death scene. Oh, tears.
Spot. Yeah. Thank you. I actually talked to a real dead person to do that. Yeah. You liked it?
Yes.
Well, what part did you like?
Okay. Meanwhile,
okay, yeah.
Nice. Hey, okay, great. That was beautiful. Beautiful deflection. And Schooner goes off. The captain takes his guards away. Captain Palm takes his guards away, and Brando is there, and
I'm Brando, famous actor extraordinaire, waiting for my lobsters for date time with girlfriend.
Hey, and
before Bogart like jumps back to the gangplank and back onto the ship, he like just closes the distance to Rubik, and he says, "The day you want to be on stage, you just let me know." And then kind of that joins back up with Maury.
very nice. Hey, you guys very successfully navigated the negotiations onto the boat, your interruptions, and we find Bogart and Maury in their disguises, successfully on the boat. The gangplanks being, the ropes have been untied, loosed from the moorings. The ship is being ready to set sail. The sails are being unfurled. The gangplanks are being, and what the heck are you doing, Rubik?
As I see the gangplanks being lifted up, I'm going to scoot behind the crate again, and I'm going to cast invisibility of myself and just, like, run and then just jump and land and then, like, press myself up against some of the cargo on the ship.
Wonderful. I want you to make a relatively simple athletics roll. Because
athletic.
Gangplank is a wobbly plank, and you said you were running up it.
Fair enough. That is completely fair. Athletics. Okay, I don't have a negative. I forgot. I got a bonus for being a dragonborn. That's good. I'm gonna use a reroll though, because that was terrible.
Thank you, Jelly Sue, again for all those subs.
Listen, I don't want to beg for subs, but it's a real fight out here right now.
Desperate
I've
times.
rolled a 2 like twice now. It's not been great.
Is that your reroll?
Natural 20! Hell yes! Oh my god! Oh, thank god!
Yeah.
Yeah, natural 20 plus nothing, so just a flat nat 20. Oh my god, that was so worth it. Thank you. Who was that from? Sorry,
Jelly
their
Sue.
name was.
Jelly
Thank
Sue.
you so much, Jelly Sue.
Hey, and
Rubik will now die for you.
and you get onto the boat as the gangplanks are pulled up, and you sail out into open water, away from the grand walled city of Aratai.
Ooh.
Life on the boat over the next few days is a quick study for Mori and for Bogart.
Yeah, but Bogart's just gonna try and rely. He knows he's strong, so he's just hoping that's useful.
Excellent. Neither of you are
Love
trained
working.
in ships, right? Right, Mori?
No clue.
Right. So it gets pretty obvious to the rest of the crew that you're not sailors.
We used to work on a luxury liner, you know, so we got our sea legs. But, and I hate to say it, we're usually with the highfalutin types.
But not today.
No, but we are prepared to learn.
Yeah, well, learn you will.
Right.
Right, so which side is port?
Well, it's that one.
Now, this journey, you do get to you figure out pretty quickly that this journey is going to be a 5-day journey. So you'll be learning the ropes, which is I think where the expression might come from.
Ooh.
Someone please Google that up. Is that where learning the ropes comes from? Does it come from the sea?
I'd believe it.
I'm going to do the dad thing and say that it is.
Yeah, great.
Because that's what dads
Yeah.
do, right? They just make things up if they don't know, right?
This makes sense. Yeah, it's legit. Yeah.
So now, is there anything you're particularly wanting to do while you're on this 5-day journey? And I'm specifically talking to Mori and to Bogart first, because we're going to need to deal with Rubik separately.
Okay. Yeah, Bogart's a little bit worried. He's like wondering how Rubik's gonna get on. But I presume that maybe Rubik's made it known to us early in the voyage that they've snuck aboard and that they're trying to remain.
Yeah, let's skip through a lot of small details, and let's assume that you know that Rubik's hiding on the boat.
Okay.
You know that you've got a 5-day journey ahead of you.
Okay.
I want to know, just in terms of quick form, what kind of things you're wanting to achieve during this journey.
Great. I would like to find out information, so I would like to try to make a new friend on the ship. Ideally one who talks a lot and likes gossip. Somebody who already has a slippery tongue, you know. I'll go up and talk to them every now and then, starting off with dumb questions, right? Very simple things of like which side is port or starboard, or how do they steer the ship? What makes the ship move forward? But giving the illusion that I am very dumb and open with my stupidity.
Yeah, great.
Because it's a move. I would like to appear stupid.
Uh-huh.
Not that I am.
Great. Okay, great. Thank you. And you, sir?
I would like to try the captain on every now and then, you know. Like see how familiar I can get with the captain, you know. And then it comes nighttime and it's time for a little nightcap like, can I sneak into the cabin and just try and talk the captain's ear off? Or, yeah.
Befriend the captain.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Now let's turn to you, Rubik. Rubik, what the heck are you going to do? 5-day journey ahead of yourself.
There's lots of crates, right?
Yeah, heaps of them.
Can I find a crate that is like kind of my average size and what is inside of it?
Yeah. Yep. You can find some crates. There's a whole bunch of crates in here that are empty, that smell of brimstone.
It smells like farts.
Sure does.
You know what? My apartment was a lot worse than this. I'm gonna climb on in there, bore a little hole with my knife, and that's gonna be my little spot I'm gonna be in.
Okay.
Your little Jim Hawkins spot.
Yeah.
All right.
On occasion, if someone's walking by, I might, for my own amusement, use my mage hand or unseen servant to like mess with them a little bit every now and again, just for fun, because I'm bored.
Beautiful. So, you're carefully stowed away. Let's turn to Maury's stupid act and Bogart's friendly act.
I don't know if you're describing my choice of actions as stupid or that I am playing stupid. A stupid thing that Caustic's dreamt up.
Nice. All right, Caustic. So what kind of roll are we going to give that? I think that's a deception roll.
Yeah, that's nice of you. Thank you. Yes, my stupidity is definitely a deception. That's a negative one. Let's see. It is an 11.
All right. Okay. Right. Well, you do.
Good question. Is my deception as worse? Does that make it more apparent of how stupid I am at this process?
Hey, so you befriend a sailor named Doso. Doso is definitely a talker. He's a young guy. He hasn't been on the sea very long. Yeah, he's a talker. Yep.
Yeah, Doso. So, ships, they tend to go places, is what I hear. Do you know where this one's going?
We're going to the. I think we're going back to the volcano island.
What? I'm sorry, a volcano island. I mean, of course, yes, the volcano island. Which one?
I don't know what its name is. Does it? I don't know if do all islands have names. This is just a volcano island, as far as I know. And yeah.
Great, a volcano island. Have you been here before? There are a lot of people that live there.
This is my third trip with the captain. Yeah.
Third trip. I bet then you're popular with the local people.
Yeah, there aren't not very many local people there, really. Just the miners, really.
Oh, the miners that live there?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess they do. We don't really stay there for very long. You know, we get some supplies. We grab. You know.
Yeah. Who pays for all of those? Like, we need a raise, right? Am I right? We should get raises. Who do we talk to get raises?
You signed the contract just like the rest of us, I'm sure.
Yeah, but like the captain also like gets the money from the other people. Who are the people that hire the captain that we could talk to, and then we can unionize?
Doso drops his voice and says, "I know you're new."
Oh. Yeah.
And I know you're not particularly. I don't want to hurt your feelings here, but that's stupid talk. We have a contract. If you try to negotiate the contract on the sea, you're going to be in a lot of pain.
What if we get it to the island and then ask with the miners, and then we all ask together?
That sounding That's sounding like the M word, and I don't deal with that.
Miners. So, is it rude to call them miners? Do we call them like something else?
No. Okay. It rhymes with lutany, but starts with an M. We don't.
Oh, no. And Mori will put her arm around Doso. I don't want power. I just want to know who the real boss is. You know, the cool one on top. Who's got the money? Who has the deep pockets?
Yeah.
You know, that person.
Well, I don't know anything about that, but I do know that Noose goes to talk to someone up the hill on the volcano island, goes to talk to someone, and then comes down, always has an extra chest, a little like metal chest he brings with him.
Got it. Maybe I can help carry that chest next time. Maybe there's some empty chests I can carry. I'm good at carrying chests.
Yeah.
And she'll try to find something that I could lift up to show that I can carry things.
He says, a little bit of advice to you there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't talk to Noose about that. I wouldn't even offer.
Oh. Okay, I will just make it very clear. So then for the rest of my time on the ship, I would just like to continually, whenever I can, just try to carry things so people can visibly see me carrying things very well.
Sure. Bogart.
Bogart's looking out the window of the captain's cabin, watching Mori carry things around the ship. Back and forth.
Expertly carry things.
And then he's like, special guy, that brother of mine.
Yeah. Yeah. Very special brother, I'd say.
He's the world to me.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, I lost myself for a minute there. Captain.
Yes.
As a hobby cartographer.
Oh. Are you? You're a cartographer.
Well, I like to. I'm interested.
Huh.
I was just wondering if you have a map of where we're going, and would you show it to the most incompetent member of your crew? I'll admit, but the most curious.
Make an insight roll for me, buddy.
Ooh. Good 3. I'm going to use an inspiration.
We're plowing through them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You got 2 left after this.
Okay, great. Oh. It's a non-natural one.
An unnatural.
Oh,
An unnatural one.
Hey, he says, "Ooh, I like you. You know, you're a good guy.
Thanks.
But I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
I can't show you."
Don't be sorry. You should only be sorry when you've done something wrong.
Yeah.
You haven't done anything wrong. You don't trust me. And I understand.
Yeah.
Boy, the ship stinks.
Does it?
Absolutely.
I've gotten used to it by now.
I thought it was Bruiser.
Yeah.
But it's just constant, and it's coming from the cargo.
Yeah. Well, when we get to the island that we're going to, it's gonna be a lot worse. I've gotten used to it, actually.
You've gotten used to it. Yeah, you must. Otherwise, I don't know how you do it. I'm thinking about... No, I'm not. I'm thinking about jumping off and just swimming back. It smells that bad.
Yeah, I cannot. Yeah. Not a good idea, but
no.
it's best to just get used to it.
Great. Okay. Yeah, because you're gonna look. I'm scared of the kinds of people that will be into that sort of stuff. You know, the stinky stuff. Gosh, they must be strange people.
And his visage does cloud a bit, and he says, "And you'd be wise too."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't. I wouldn't want to tangle with those sorts of people that are, I imagine, dangerous.
Yeah, very dangerous.
Very
Yeah.
dangerous.
You have to tread carefully around them, that's for sure.
Tread carefully, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Because we're talking like life and death stuff, I imagine.
look, I've worked for a whole bunch of. I've done cargo for a whole bunch of people in my time, and I'll just say this to you. These guys, I think I'll be happy to finish this job.
Yeah.
They pay well, but I'm not so sure it's worth it anymore.
Bogart is almost done with this conversation, but he just wants to like chuck out a line and see if it gets any bites. It's like, yeah. We've done some work for the Rooks before. Hated that.
And you want to see if that catches anything.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I want another insight roll then, buddy.
Yeah, sure. Come on, please. 18!
18. Okay. All right. He says, have you now?
Yeah. Oh, me and Bruiser and Clonker when, back when it was the three of us, back before my mum got ill, about a few days ago, just before getting on this ship, we did some work for, we hated it. We hated it. Bruiser, I hated it the most. Bruiser hated it the second most. And Clonker actually got along with him all right, but I hated it.
Yeah. I'll be... All right, you've worked for the Rooks. Huh.
Yeah. Don't tell anyone.
No, they're not nice people.
No.
But they pay very, very well.
Exorbitantly.
And they pay to not be known about.
Yes, I know. That's how we could afford our bandanas, Yeah.
Okay, well look, now that I know that you've done some work from that's very helpful. That's very helpful. Yeah, great.
Okay.
Hey, look, I can tell that you're new on the boat. Just follow the other lads and lasses. They're a good crew.
Great.
You'll pick it up fast enough.
Great. Okay, thank you for your trust. Thank you.
And he sees you out. Hey, the next few days pass with you guys getting used to the life on the boat, and on the 5th day, the island comes into view. Let's have some more ominous music.
Stinky Island.
The island, the plume coming from the top of the island is visible before the island itself. The island has green skirts of where the land from the volcano meets the sea, but there is a single cone and a perpetual plume that comes out of it. The ship heads towards a small encampment, more than a town, just beyond a beach. A rudimentary wharf is there. The boat docks. Things are unloaded. The wharf goes across the sand and onto a grassy area. There are these rudimentary buildings that have been built up around this beach area. There's one larger building, still single story, but it's just a little bit higher up on the hill, so you can see that it's a much larger building, and you can see that there's a pathway that heads, a well-worn pathway that heads up the mountain to a fissure above. The crew of the boat start unloading. Mori, all three of you please insight roll, and please tell me what you get.
An 18.
Thank you.
12.
Nice. And Rubik, what do you get for your insight?
Ooh, okay. Insight. It's gonna be a 24.
Ooh. Rubik, as you're on the final kind of hour before coming into dock, you hear you notice there's some tension among the crew in the hold as they're preparing the cargo to be unloaded. And there's a real tension between the first mate and the captain as they come under. And you can't quite hear what they're saying, but you can tell that they're both carrying blades openly. And you're still in your hidden box, but they're whispering to each other nearby.
Okay. 1 second. I don't think I have any way to listen in on this, unfortunately. Unless I get closer.
That's fine.
Which I could try and do, but...
You could try to do. In the meantime, while you decide what you're doing there, so the boat docks, and all the crew, the captain's voice, if you're going to try to find a way of getting closer to them, you got 5 seconds to say so before they leave the room.
I'm going to cast invisibility on myself, and I'm going to creep closer.
Okay, make that stealth roll.
Okay. I forgot they have advantage because I'm invisible.
That's exactly right, at advantage.
Oh! Thank God I had advantage. Natural 20 again.
Yeah.
Boom!
Oh, I love this dice. This dice is paying dividends. Hell yeah. Oh.
Just as the boat goes ka-thunk against the they turn to walk back up as the boat is moving towards the last stages of the dock, and you hear the captain say to the first mate, "Yes, I don't trust them either. We'll do it. If you're going to do it quickly once they get out of the boat. I can call the rooks down." And they start walking back up the short steps into the light above. Meanwhile, on board, when they get up to the top, Captain New says, "All right, ready," and then he starts issuing the orders to secure the boat to the docks. Anyone doing anything?
No, Bogart.
I'm running up. Boy, I'm running up top deck.
Yeah.
Do I see Bogart and Maury?
Yeah, they're yeah. You run up top deck. Maury, what are you doing?
Carrying stuff.
That's what you've been trained to do.
That's my focus, and I'm consistent with it. So hands completely full. I will be carrying a box of stuff, preparing to take it off the ship.
Excellent. So, Rubik, you run from the outside, from the underneath, and get to the top. The boat has been attached to the end of a slender wharf. Are you able to see that okay? How's that looking in frame? Yeah. Great, thank you. Okay, Rubik, you doing anything as the other soldiers start unloading?
I'm gonna move and sidle up towards Maury, and the first thing I'm gonna say is, "Okay, don't freak out," as I whisper into Maury's ear.
My eyes bug out a little, but I will not freak out.
Good, you don't freak out.
The captain and the first mate were talking below deck. I think they're on to us. Be ready. They might ambush us when we leave the ship. And then I'm going to skirt away, and I'm going to move over to Bogart.
I'll be mumbling, not really realizing that you've skedaddled.
Okay. You move over to Bogart.
Bogart, don't freak out. Bogart, don't freak out. It's Rubik.
Oh.
I whisper into your ear.
All right.
God, you're so tall. I have to be on my tippy toes for this. Okay. Listen, I think that I overheard the captain and the first mate talking. I think they're onto us, potentially. So just be on your guard. We might have an ambush when we leave the ship, okay?
And then Bogart just manages big nodding motions.
And you guys, with your boxes, descend off the boat. Yes.
I would like, as I'm carrying my box, can I put a series of smaller things on top of the box that I'm carrying?
Yes.
For purposes that may be seen later.
Okay, great. All right, thank you. Yeah, okay. And Maury's the first one heading across, followed by, what's your name?
Rubik. Maury? Bogart? Rubik.
Yeah, you head out, and sure enough, the moment that the three of you reach the sand, the captain plays a whistle, plays a melody on the whistle, and the crew around you, including Doso, your friend, all pull out knives. The first mate is this woman here. They all pull out knives. And you hear an answering call from up the hills, the same melody, doo-doo-doo-doo, from the larger building. There's some commotion happening up that hill near the building in response to the whistle that calls out. And you can see up the hill where this larger building is, some armed people issue forth and start moving down towards the beach. So you have three around you, three behind you, some people heading for you from down the hill. There are some buildings nearby, some things like that. What is your intentions?
So everyone is looking pretty menacingly at us, right?
Yes.
Cool. We should get out of here. Maury's gonna look back at the rest of the group. This seems like a really bad place to be right now.
Okay, and with that, we'll take a short break.
Oh boy.
Let's get out of here.
Literally looks at camera. We should leave. We should go away.
We might die here.
And with that, with our heroes surrounded and discovered on a sulfurous volcanic island, we'll take a 10-minute break and we'll come back to meet you guys soon. All right, guys, talk to you soon.
See you soon.
Okay, you're on the docks of this volcanic island. The smell of sulfur is everywhere. The sound of the waves are behind you, but it's hard to focus on that when you are surrounded by three sailors in front of you, a sailor behind, and the captain in the boat behind. And up the hill, you can see some armed people have come out of a large building and are made eye contact with you guys. They're probably about 200 feet away. They're a long way away, but they're still not so far away that they can't see you. If you imagine this is a palm tree kind of island. There's shrubbery, there are bushes, there are trees, and then straight ahead of you, there's a path that heads up to a crevice in a volcano right in front of you. And we're in. Our normal initiative order goes Maury, Bogart, Rubik. Okay, we're straight into initiative order. You're on, Maury, go.
All right, holding this crate with a lot of little knickknacks on the top, I immediately, to the three in front, would like to throw all of this explosion of random things that I have been expertly carrying this entire time.
So
The payoff is here.
So you want
Finally!
to throw these things so they hit all three of them? That's what you're trying to do?
Yeah, kind of like a small explosion of crates. Catch! And I'd like to yell that at them.
Okay. I don't even know what to do with what roll to make with this.
Sorry.
Let's make it.
I'm holding it. Remember, I'm an expert at this because I've been training for 5 days.
You've been trained. Okay, Dex. A base Dex.
Dex,
and you've been training. You're proficient in throwing crates. Okay, I dig it.
19.
Ooh!
Okay, all three of them have to make Dex saving throws or be hit by. They either catch or get hit by the big burly guy behind you. Get smashed in the face with it.
Yes.
The other two, unfortunately, I got good rolls, and they've caught the boxes. But roll a d4 for the crate that smashes the guy behind you.
Quick question. Since they've caught it, does that mean their hands are now filled with crates and
Yes.
not a weapon?
It does mean that.
Nice.
I love it. 2 points of crate damage.
The Patch. Patch takes 2 points of damage. And then we have,
Suck it, Patch. I never liked you anyway.
okay, Doso, who's supposed to be your friend, has a crate. And so does Muradal.
Okay.
Okay, Muradal has a crate. Okay, that's you. What you doing, Bogart?
Bogart turns around and says, "Tu brute," and pulls a nail from his belt and then hefts it at the captain here.
Okay, roll.
Yeah. All right. Come on.
That's a Dex-based attack.
I'm going to re-roll. Thank you for the inspiration, Jelly Sue.
You guys have one more left.
I got a 13.
A 13 is definitely good enough to hit the ground right next to the captain.
Excellent.
And so,
I've this is one of the blindness deafness flasks that I was gifted at the
Oh.
and I wanted to smash exactly there. Yeah.
and the air in front is just full of like blurriness. It is just this perfect hemisphere of blurriness that surrounds them, and you can no longer hear sound coming from that area as well. That's your action. Mm-hmm. Both you and Mori have movement if you want, but I didn't ask Mori as well. But let's
No. That seems pretty good.
Okay, you doing anything else?
Yeah, if Mori's staying put, then I'm gonna kind of stand there at her back.
Okay, great. Rubik.
I'm gonna mosey on over to the right of the bridge there, still invisible. Oh boy. Oh boy, what do I want to do? There's 3 people surrounding Bogart and Mori right
Yep.
now, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Can I angle my sleep spell to target the 2 people like that are towards the town more?
Yeah, you want to try to angle it there. Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that.
Sure.
And I'm gonna cast sleep at 2nd level. This is gonna pull me out of my stealth.
That's fine. Great. Okay, so I want you to do 2 things. Because you're trying to target it in a place without getting Mori, who's moving around, I want you to make a base intelligence roll to see how well you target.
Okay.
So do me that first.
You got it.
And then roll the sleep spell.
Oh, okay, not bad. Base intelligence, that's going to be a 16.
Yep, perfect. Roll your the sleep amount of sleep. Sleep is
I rolled 31 total health, so whoever has the highest hit points is applied first, and then whoever has it basically goes from highest to lowest, and whoever, if I fill up max HP, they are unconscious.
Whoa.
I turn towards my companions and I go, scatter! And I'm just gonna run down the road. Full tilt.
right. Excellent. Both of the people that you targeted both fall asleep, and Bogart right in front of you. Rubik appears, shouts scatter, and then you run. Right. 2, 3, 4,
Yeah,
5.
I'm running down the road.
Great. Now it's their turn. Patch turns to you, Bogart, pulls out a nasty-looking blade.
Oh.
It's a short sword, basically, curved short sword, and says, You look strong.
Oh, I'm not.
And launches himself on you.
Oh,
Launches himself on you and swings a blade for you and gets a glorious 12.
that's a miss.
And he misses you badly.
Bogart just swivels out the way, goes, oh dear.
The first mate tries to run out of the silence. She has to make an athletics roll. It's uneven ground. And because of the blindness and stuff, she gets that at disadvantage and she stumbles, losing the rest of her action onto the edge of the docks, but she is out of the circle of blurry silence. So that's her. And from Rubik, you are now running straight up the hill, straight up the road, and you can see that the guards who were 200 feet away are running directly down the hill towards you. Next round, Mori, what you doing?
Okay, at this end, is there a bit of a pathway to move at this? Because I would like to run up. Just like we gotta move.
You start running. Okay, you start running up the path, and you're fast enough that you can overtake Rubik.
Yeah. A little terrified. No, wait. In a moment, like as Mori's beginning to pass Rubik, like the thought passes in her mind to say, like, I should grab Rubik's hand. And then a quick flashback reminds her that Rubik can fly, forget this, and just bolts on without it.
Okay, so both, I'll just really quickly, Rubik and Mori, as you head down this path, before I come to you, Trubie.
Sure.
You pass between two buildings, but there are a number of other ramshackle, quickly built, like shanty buildings that have been built around here. There's plenty of cover if you want to find cover along the way, and as you run through the path, which is heading uphill towards the large building where the armed people are coming from. You're up. What are you doing?
Bogart just remembers hearing Rubik say scatter, and he goes, oh, okay. And then it takes off, just runs as well.
And you run, and the guy with the blade swings at you as you run away.
Oh!
Ah, terrible. He gets an 11.
Miss!
And the three of you run, and on his turn, he runs after you.
Ooh.
And so he's just right on your heels. The woman who is the first mate stands up and takes after you as well. So the three of you are running through these shanty buildings, and you've got Patch, who's a big, strong sailor, chasing after you with a blade, and you've got the first mate chasing after you as well. Guards are coming directly towards you from the other side. Mori, what you doing?
Okay, on this end, seeing that the guards are coming at us, can I just quickly pull out my longbow?
Yeah.
And while running, very Legolas style, depending on how I roll, I'd like to try to notch an arrow and try to clear a little bit of a pathway.
And hit one of the guards, one of the armed people that's running towards you.
Yes. The idea is, if I could make this specific, I'd like to aim for one of their feet so they trip. Not necessarily kill, but they trip, and so that way the others have to jump over that person.
All right. Okay. Great.
falling.
So they have moved 160. So you're 120 feet away. So is that?
Yes. Range is 150 feet.
Okay, so it's still normal range. So make your shot.
Yeah. Sweet. All right. I rolled a nat 1.
Oh.
Is there one left?
There is one community inspiration left.
May I pretty please use the last community inspiration
Yes,
for
of
it is a
course.
desperate time.
Yes, it is.
Go for it. You've got the last
Okay.
one. Thanks, Jelly.
Whew. All right, 25. Thank you, Jelly. Thank you.
Okay, you hit roll damage.
Yes! Sweet! And she kind of celebrates a little bit by doing a little hop in where you click your heels together. That's going to be 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Great. And by now you've run past this map. So we enter theater of the mind for a little while you're in running mode. So we won't need to see this map. 9 points of damage. You hit him, he goes down, and the people behind, well, we'll see what they do in a moment. Bogart.
Okay, we're running past ramshackle houses. Is there anything out the front of these houses? Like,
Do you know what? What you want there to be, there can be.
All right. Great. There's a PlayStation 5 in front of us house. So as they're sort of running along, how close is the first mate behind us?
The first mate is like 10 feet behind. 10 feet behind you, and Patch is 5 feet behind you. They are right on your tails.
Great. So Bogart is running past ramshackle houses, and he's going, and then he runs over to one of the doors, run the houses, and as she's on his tail, he just opens up the door and tries to smash her in the face with it, and he says, "Well, come inside."
Okay, nice.
Tries to whack her with the door.
Excellent.
Yeah. That is. Oh, yep. It's 17. 16.
Okay, she runs straight into it.
Bam!
Boom!
Ugh.
That will be a D4 plus your strength damage.
Yes. That is a 3.
Okay, which means you effectively have stopped running.
Yes, I guess I have.
Okay, great. So the first mate and the first mate runs past. No, so the first mate's there. Patch runs past you, continues to.
Ooh.
Okay, but let's go to you, Rubik, first. Rubik, what are you doing?
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We are being chased. I don't have a lot of things. Oh boy. As we're running, it's like a comedic bit, I'm just gonna try to go, man, we are so good at this thing. And I just keep running.
You're just running.
How many guards are there currently?
Excellent, thank you. Make your perception roll if you're wanting to assess the situation that you're running towards. Nice.
Yeah, I think I want to assess the situation. 14.
14? Yeah. The guards that you're running towards, there are 4 armed guards. They're running towards you. They have crossbows out. One of them has fallen onto the ground. And they are running towards you. Yeah. They're armored.
Who looks... Ooh, armored, you say?
I do say armored.
Ooh.
I rub my hands together. I go, sorry, this is gonna scuff it a bit, and I'm gonna cast Acid Arrow on the toughest looking one.
Okay. Nice.
So that is gonna be to hit.
Music down just
That is going to be 14 to hit.
no, it doesn't hit.
Oh.
Ah, crap. Oh no. That's unfortunate. I spew out an acid spell, and unfortunately, it does not hit.
No, it doesn't hit at all. Their turn. Patch runs past you, Bogart, and tries to tackle Mori, who has slowed down to notch and shoot the arrow. You haven't done double dashes, so he rushes and he tries to tackle you. 14. Does that hit you, Mori? What's your armor class?
Oh, 14 does not hit.
No.
Sorry.
He
Suck it.
lands in the dust next to you. The first mate.
I'd like to turn around and stick my tongue out at him.
The first mate next to you, Rubik, pulls out her. She has a dagger
Oh.
and tries to stab you.
Oh.
And she says, "Who are you working for?"
Oh.
Gets a 17.
Oh yeah, that hits me.
Oh. And she does you 7 points damage.
Ooh. Ow. Ouchie. Well, I'm not telling you now. And then he wants to sort of like chop her wrist. And,
Nice.
And try to get the dagger out of her head. Wah!
Okay, great. Before you can do that, let me just say what the armed guards are doing, and then it's up to Mori. So the armed guards stop running. They're 120 feet away. So to paint our scene, Mori and Rubik have kept running, kind of towards them. But Bogart, you have stopped to do the door trick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're behind now by about 20 to 30 feet.
Okay.
Behind the others. The 3 guards that are running, the 3 soldiers, pull their crossbows out and shoot at Rubik and Mori. Oh my goodness, what terrible rolls. One is a decent roll. One is a 17 for Mori.
17 does hit.
And Mori, oh boy, you take some damage though. You take 10 hit points of damage. I got maximum roll.
Woo. Okay, that's fine.
And then the three of them start running towards you. So now they're 90 feet away from you. That's what they do. And that's all of them. And Mori, we're up to you.
Okay, a little ticked off. Okay, who's in front of us? Let me ask that.
In front of you, there are 3 crossbow-wielding soldiers or armed guards or something like that.
Okay.
Right behind
How far
you is
ahead are
Rubik.
they?
Right behind you is Rubik, and just like 10 or 15 feet behind Rubik is Patch, this big, strong sailor.
No. That's okay. Bogart's got him. Not my problem. Only paying attention to what's in front of me. How far ahead are crossbow buttons?
90 feet.
90, okay. 90 feet. I would like to shoot them again, at them again.
Okay, roll.
All right. Let's go with a 21.
21 hits, for sure.
Yes! Get out of our way! And I'm gonna unleash another arrow at the first one for my first of 2 attacks. And that is going to be for a nice 6 points of damage.
Yeah, you hit. Definitely, yep.
All right. I'm focusing on that same one again. That is going to be a 16 to hit that second time.
16 is what you need.
Yes! Yes! That will be 12 points of damage.
And that guard is gone. 2 arrows in and falls to the ground, lifeless.
If I may describe this, I'd love to be able to put 2 arrows in at the same time, hold it up, and unleash them both, and they go straight to the eyeballs.
Ouch!
You're looking around. I hope everyone's okay with Igor. I should have asked first. I'm sorry.
Very effective. Bogart.
So he's tangling with this woman, but after seeing Patch run past him towards his teammates, he's a little bit more worried about Patch. So Bogart turns on his heel and he says, "You get back here," and then pounds down the pavement at 40 feet per round.
Yes.
So wants to try and really gain on Patch right now if he can.
Good. Because Patch last turn moved and then tried to dive for Mori and missed, your speed means you can actually catch him with just your movement and you can actually do an attack this round.
Oh, yes, and I want to. He sees that. Oh, he's sure. Yeah, Patch is going to be applying lethal force here, so he's going to respond in kind. Bogart pulls out the magic dagger that was handed to him when it was frisked off tearing, and he twirls it around in his hand, so reverse grips it, and then just gonna slash at Patch.
Go for it.
Wow. And that is that's an 11. He's on the ground, right? Can I get advantage?
Yes.
Oh, 13.
13. Okay. Sorry. You miss.
No. And it clunks in the ground next to me.
Too bad.
No, stay still.
Okay, Rubik, you're up.
We have to. I hate cardio. We have to make more distance, and I can probably get at least 2 of us out of here. And I kind of just keep running. I turn around and I see currently Bogart fighting a guy on the ground right now.
Yeah.
Jeez. Oh boy, I'm running out of juice here, guys. What do I got? You know what? I'm just gonna cast Mage Armor myself because I don't want to get hit.
Sure thing. Fair enough. Okay, so you're running and you cast Mage Armor. Now,
That'll be my turn.
They drop their crossbows and just run towards you. The 3 guards that are coming down the hill that are still alive. One of them has been wounded badly. That was the first guard that Mori shot in the leg. And it hobbles down towards you. And the other 2 guards running full speed ahead. So by the end of their round, they're only 30 feet away. And they come into frame. So we've got. We now have the scene of where you guys are. So we have Mori, and with Rubik right behind. We have Patch, just setting up the map, with Bogart right next to. 30 feet away, we have 3 guards, one of which is lagging behind a little bit. Where are my guards gone? I can't see where I've put my guards. I've efficiently put them someplace really clever.
I think I see one.
You see one there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so they're running directly towards you. There is a pile of rocks. And Trubie, if you want to help me set up some trees for me, please.
Sure.
Go for it. Just anywhere. Doesn't matter where they go.
One here. Nah.
Nice.
Oh no, these trees like each other.
Cool. Great. Thank you. All right. We have our scene as they are running towards you. Patch stands up and stabs for you, Bogart.
Ooh.
I'm getting terrible rolls. Nothing.
Nothing doesn't hit.
Nothing. I'm sure it's a miss. It's a terrible, terrible, terrible attack. Rubik and Mori, from where you are standing,
Yes.
looking up the hill as the guards are running towards you, you can see in the large building ahead of you,
Okay.
a dark shape emerges from behind. Exactly what its features are hard to tell. But for a moment, it looks like it has wings. But that's all. It's like 150 feet away. It's not really clear what it is at this point. Okay. And we go to our next round. So, Mori, if I don't know if you can see the map, they're only 30 feet away from you, and they're running. They're running hard. They've dropped their crossbows and they've pulled out spears.
All right. I would like to ask a question first before we dive into this.
Yeah, go for it.
So there is that singular pathway in which they are coming down to attack us,
Yeah.
correct?
Correct, Amun?
This is the same pathway that the miners take as they load up the ship.
Correct.
Knowing how a lot of these crates are, I assume wooden, would there be a chance that things like the sulfur would have dropped and like this pathway is very clearly darkened by the sulfur that has been continued over time? 3 trips full, right?
Yeah.
To make this clear pathway. So it would be safe to say it is rather flammable.
Sulfur isn't particularly flammable. It is.
Isn't?
You can melt it, but it's not.
Okay.
It does burn. It does burn if it gets really hot. Yes, but that's going to be a hard ask. I see what you're trying to do here.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I didn't know. I thought I would ask, but not that much. Okay, and probably not what I could create in this small moment.
No.
Fair enough. Okay. In this, then, I would like to run up over to the right side, and while I'm running, I will shoot my bow and arrow, playing it safe. As we start to get almost too close. This will probably be the last time I can use my bow
Okay.
while I'm running to. I would like to be like partial cover behind the rock, not face to face. As it turns out, that's not great for me.
Great. Okay. Make your roll.
I will. All right, that will be. Oh, that's a good one. 27.
27. You hit. Definitely.
It's 12 points of damage for the first one.
Oh, that hurts them really.
The second one
badly.
is a nat 20. It's a nat 20 for that second hit.
You guys have got
Yes.
3 of those.
All right. That first one, the first set of rolls will be 14 points of damage. Sorry, do we deal with nat 20s differently?
You double everything.
Oh, I just double it. Okay. Okay. 14. So 14 times 2 is 28.
Is that the same person you just?
Yes, so I'm on,
Wow.
one person. I'm very focused. Like that's
Wow,
my new best friend.
that guy is long gone, probably stapled to the wall.
Perfect. As I have my back to this rock now.
Yeah.
This is your chance to run away.
Wow, that's
I'm taking it already.
okay. Monty, what is Rubik doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I kind of stop and my legs kind of sweep in front of me, and I look, and like you can just see as like the camera zooms in my face, like math equations, geometry, trigonometry, calculus, and I look towards that palm tree that is like to the right of those guys, and I go, heh. I pull out the magic missile quill, and I'm going to barrage the base of that palm tree so it falls on top of those guys.
Go for
Directly
it.
on top of them.
It automatically does damage, so just roll the damage.
All right, and that's just a base magic missile spell, I believe, correct?
3d4 plus 3.
All right. 3d4 plus 1 for each dart.
That's right, exactly.
So first one is a 5.
Oh yeah.
Second
Yeah.
one is a 4.
Yeah,
And the third one is a 2.
that's definitely enough to knock the tree over. I'm gonna to see if it smacks the guy. We need an intelligence check, right? Because you're using your calculus, your mathematics. Let's see how you go. You've got no more inspirations left.
I was an honor student.
Hey, you can put that on your car now.
That was almost a natural 20 and it just tipped over, but it's still pretty good. That is going to be a 17.
17. Definitely, the tree collapses and smacks right on top of this guy. I mean, what kind of damage does a falling tree do? 2d12,
Yeah.
I think.
12?
It must
Okay.
it must be equivalent to like a club, a great club.
A
right?
great club wielded by something really strong. Yeah, 2d12.
Okay. 2d12. That is going to be with 2d12. It's me 9 plus a 3, so 12 points of damage to both of them as the tree falls on top of them.
Great. It only hits one. It wasn't good enough to hit both of them. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'll take it.
And
I look at the quill and I go like blowing off a gun, and then I like do like a revolver spin and like just restow it into my pocket.
nice.
Can Maury just look over at Rubik and like, who are you?
I'm Rubik, baby. And I like swish my hair and I look towards the other guy. That'll be turn, I think, for me.
Nice. Bogart.
Okay. With Patches, trying to stop Patches from getting my teammates. Go with a stab.
Go for it.
Stabby, stabby. Do I have an extra attack? I do. I have 2 attacks.
You have 2
I'm
attacks.
imagining like the Indiana Jones, like the fight he has next to the plane. You know, the one where he has like that fist fight with that guy next to the
With the propellers
plane.
going.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
4 9.
No!
And then I attack again. Natural 20.
What the heck?
Okay, great. Thank you.
Barb crit too.
Barb
oh boy,
crit.
This is gonna hurt.
I forgot I was a barbarian. It's a barb crit. Okay. This is a dagger. Is that a?
It is a dagger I see before me.
Is that a dagger? I see. Oh. Is it a D4 or
Yes.
a D6?
A dagger's a D4.
Okay, cool. Well, because it's a critical, I roll an additional damage die.
Okay.
So I'm gonna steal this one.
Yep, take it.
Cool. So here it comes. Oh, these are good rolls. So that is 8 plus my strength, which is 10 plus the point plus 1 is 11.
Oh.
11 points of damage.
Patch is seriously hurt, and a look of doubt and confusion comes into his eyes.
Yes, you should be alarmed. And that's my turn.
Patch tries to run away.
Oh.
He disengages, and clearly this is above his pay grade.
Yes.
And he skedaddles. He disengages, so you don't get an opportunity attack.
Okay.
Now, the armed soldiers that are approaching you, the one that got hit by the tree is very close to death. Smashed on the ground, gets up, and also tries to hide. Runs over and tries to hide, crawls over to some trees and tries to hide. And the only one that's really left has an arrow sticking out of its leg and looks at the situation, looks at the tree in front of it, thinks better of it, and turns around and goes behind the house and leaves. And suddenly, all of the opponents are gone.
Ooh.
Nice.
All right. Bogart joins back up with the team. Okay, is everyone accounted for?
What?
You all right?
I think we need to take cover. There's something clearly recalling the dark beast that possibly has wings that is coming out from above.
So,
You should get behind cover a little bit.
Ooh. Yeah, Bogart will join Mori. I'm just behind here. He hasn't seen what she's talking about, though.
no. If you guys want to make a perception roll to get
I'm muted. Oh no.
You muted Monty?
Sorry.
What were you saying, Monty? No.
Yeah, sorry, I muted myself because I was moving some stuff around and I forgot to unmute myself. I wanted to just check to see, do I see, like, clearly? I don't want to dig through pockets because I don't feel like I have time. Does anybody have one of those whistles on them that I heard them blare?
Oh.
None of
Well,
sorry, go.
None of them do? Okay.
Sorry.
Then I'm gonna just... If I don't see a whistle immediately on anybody, I'm just gonna run over and join my companions and like do like a down B slide in a video game, like Mega Man, and just over next to my companions.
Okay. Perception rolls, everyone.
You want 12.
Nope. Terrible. 6.
7.
Oh! You don't have to keep showing me up like this, Caustic. I
Sorry.
get it. You're so much better at D&D than me, please.
Gotta flex
Go
my
off the
eyeballs
bar.
here for a second.
Your eyeballs have a 16-pack.
Yes, they do.
Bogart, I'm
Yes.
gonna talk to you because the other two roles aren't worth talking to.
Yes, all right.
Okay, so Trubie, around you, there doesn't seem to be any people around. The building itself, the large building up ahead of you, there's a little bit of dark movement on the eaves of the building. But it kind of shrinks into the shadows and it's pretty indistinct, really. You don't know, by the way, and you, at this point when you're resting, that you become aware that the first mate, the woman, the wiry, short woman, hasn't, ever since you ran away from her, she hasn't been seen.
Look, I don't doubt you, Mori. I trust you, I believe you, but I can't see what you're talking about.
It's there. You have to trust me.
Okay, I do. So, in this building, then is there indeed a door to this building?
So the building that I'm talking about, the larger building, is still about 100 feet away.
Oh, okay.
Still up the hill.
Okay.
Still up the hill a bit.
Does this seem in line with the sorts of activities we're looking for? This seems pretty suspect.
Who are you asking?
Oh, I say to Rubik.
You're just talking out loud.
Monologuing. He's still
all-
queeing.
Yeah, I take a dramatic perch and I rest my chin on my hand and I say, could this be what we're investigating? Or is my own ego leading me to see things or hope to see things that aren't there? Yeah, I've decided Bogart is talking to himself.
In this moment, you can talk to yourself down here, and I will try to pull Bogart down, at least to be partially hidden by the rock.
Okay. Well, I'm happy to. I say let's go into that building. You know.
The one with the thing? Let's see what comes out of it first. That would be the smart thing to do. You don't know if it's a dragon, a demon, something horrifying. Let's find out what we're up against first.
Okay.
Yeah, it could even be a demon dragon. We don't know.
Exactly! A demon dragon!
Oh my goodness, that would be terrible.
Is that a real
okay,
thing?
Right. Well,
I just made that up on the spot, but that sounds.
It's
Ooh.
terrifying.
that is.
I feel like small children would have heard of that growing up in like little nightmare stories, so
Yeah,
it's
that-
legit to me.
Nightmare fuel.
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's wait.
Okay, you wait. And no more movement. The sound of the ocean is behind you. And that is all. The sound of the wind in the palm trees above you.
I swear there was something there. I promise. I'm not making this up.
Can we coax it out?
Rubik, did you see it?
I look at God. Did I see it?
You didn't see it. You guys got terrible perception rolls. You got 6 and a 7.
Oh yeah. Look, I'm a little nearsighted, so
Wait.
I have some difficulty sometimes. That's
I
why
thought-
I'm wearing glasses.
I thought we saw it earlier, was what I was referring, right? Like
yeah, yeah.
before, like when we
Yeah,
were
yeah.
running up.
Yeah, when you were running up, you saw a vague. That's where. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, you had seen a vague shape and some wings on it in the distance behind the guards that were running towards you. Not enough attention was given to see the details, but you can't see it now.
Before anyone else discovers our position, I'm going to open the door. I'm just going to have a wee look.
Good luck.
Thank you, Maury. And Bogart will kind of make towards the door.
Okay.
And then just, yeah, his intention is to open that door and see if there's anything going on inside.
The large building is in front of you. You move up stealthily.
Yeah, he's like this.
Okay. Let's see how stealthily you are then.
Okay, yeah. Natural 20.
What the heck?
Oh!
That's the 5th natural 20 you guys have gotten.
Oh.
You are incredibly good.
Yes.
Let me describe the building for you.
Bogart sings to himself in his head. With cat-like tread, upon our prey we steal.
Let me describe the building.
Sure.
Like all the other buildings, it looks like it's been put up hurriedly. It's wooden beams that have been, and planks that have been nailed together roughly. There are windows along the side of it that overlook towards the ocean. It is a single-story building. It's probably about 80 feet long by about 40 feet wide. So it's not massive, but it's a lot bigger than the little huts that you've just passed. The door that you're approaching is a simple, crude wooden door. You have to pass some windows to get past it. There are no lanterns, no illumination inside. As you're approaching the door, you can't see any illumination coming from the inside. But there has clearly been a fire lit because there is the smell of smoke coming out of a chimney that's just kind of wafting over in the breeze that's around you.
Bogart wants to open the door and then retreat behind the wall as if the door's just flung open. The wind is blowing the door open, and I don't want to be in the threshold when it opens. So yeah.
You open the door, and The room, this appears to be like it's like an office planning room. There are tables, there are documents on tables, large pieces of paper, there's a fireplace which has been lit, but there's no one in the room.
Okay. As Bogart kind of just makes a quick survey and sees that there's no one in there, Bogart looks back to his companions and he goes, kind of beckons them.
I will. Okay. I turn towards Mori. I mean, he's beckoning.
Oh gosh, this reminds me of the last time we tried something like this, and then we got attacked by a bunch of rats. Okay. Mori, I'll tell you about it later, trust me. Mori will...
Yeah, Rubik just SpongeBob SquarePants blinks, where it's like the little noise effect happens, where I blink twice. Confused.
It's a story for another time. Come on, let's just go catch up with them.
Okie dokie then.
Okay.
If they catch up with me, I want to say, if Mori mentioned the time about the rats, I'd like to point out that wasn't entirely my fault.
Yeah, funny that she did mention some rats, but let's hope that's not relevant for whatever is about to. Well,
first of all,
what
I
did you
didn't think
find?
there would be that many. Second of all, I didn't think that'd be that big. Third of all, I didn't think that'd be that intelligent.
Oh, they're very smart. Rats are incredibly intelligent. In fact, they have been known to be smarter than some human children. In fact.
Well, it would have.
Yeah, well, you think he would have figured it out with half the rats already wearing clothes and dressing around. So you think, since they know how to put on clothes, maybe they're a little smarter. And we would have figured out that before we opened the door and discovered that there were a bunch of giant rats there.
You had the
You
opportunity.
should have just thrown some oranges in.
In our mission debriefing, you could have given me that feedback in a calm and safe place, but you're choosing to do it now, and now I'm upset, and now I'm going to this building.
Well, here, let me debrief you now. There are rats that wear clothes, and that means they're intelligent.
Okay, good. I'm glad. I'm going in. I will not be performance reviewed while on mission. I would just like to say, I'm a little ticked off.
No one's taking note of that. There's no record.
Oh
keeping
no!
it.
Oh
Nope.
man, Maury, he's peeved. Now you've gone and done it.
Gosh. You know what?
Bogart is peeved.
Well, thank you.
Rubik,
for
don't point that
recognizing
out.
I thank
No.
you, Rubik, for yes. That's validating.
No.
I need.
You know what? Fine. Rubik, what time is it?
Currently, it is 10:42 a.m.
Wrong. It's door opening time. Come on, Bogart.
Oh, nice.
Bogart says, "Yes. Well, I've already opened it, so maybe door opening time was 4 minutes ago."
Front tumble! I tumble in. Like, I do like a front somersault, but it's like really slow, like a child doing it very carefully, and I front tumble inside.
Excellent.
And then, like, do like a 3-point landing and look around.
Excellent. And the room is completely deserted. There's papers, there are tables, there's some food supplies, there's a kitchen. Yeah. There's some beds.
Should I? I don't know if we have 10 minutes for me to cast Detect Magic, but... Oh, I didn't prepare it. Never mind. I can't even cast it if I wanted to. I could only ritual cast it. Beans. I would like to mosey on over trepidatiously towards that table with the papers and just, like, get a little bird's eye view on that.
Got it. Okay. Mori, what's Mori doing?
She will march right in, not even considering like what we could be walking into. Look, amazingly no rats. Isn't it fantastic?
Bogart's so angry now. but you're well done, Mori. You want to get under my skin, you've done it. Great. Yeah, great. Now
Yes.
we're both
Well-
now we're both surly teenagers, Mori. Now we both are. Great.
Yeah. Well, at least we know where we are and we're not being attacked by rats. So turns out that's a lot better when you don't have a ton of tiny little teeth gnawing on your body.
Okay.
So I'm pretty happy right now. Can't you tell? And Mori is not smiling, but very happy on the inside.
No, Mori, because I sometimes wonder if you're ever happy.
Ooh.
Okay. I regret
That is not. Listen, you know my face hurts whenever I have to use the muscles to smile. That's a very difficult thing to do, and I don't practice it often, so yeah, it's a little harder for me.
Yeah, okay.
I told you that in secret. I told you that. Remember the river event that we had to do? We were stuck there under scouting underneath that freaking bridge for like 28 hours. I told you that. I told you it hurts for me to smile. And so I told you that in secret, and you bring that up now against me? That's rude.
Okay.
That was rude. I thought we were friends.
Okay, we are friends. We are friends. We are friends. Even though sometimes, like now, it doesn't feel like that. But we are friends. Okay. I'm going to taste this food. I'm gonna eat it.
Okay.
I like to imagine the entire time this argument occurred, by the way, Rubik was just like looking over the papers and like taking a peek, just completely ignoring the argument going back and forth. Just like camera cuts back to Rubik. Ah, fascinating. And just cuts back to you two fighting.
You're doing the actual spy work.
Hey, I did that front tumble. Basically did everything in that front tumble.
It's true. That's true. Stole the show.
The epitome of stealth.
Okay, Rubik. Here's what you pick up from the notes. There is a, from the notes on the table, there is a small hand-drawn, not small, there's a medium-sized piece of paper which has a hand-drawn map of the island. And with clearly marked the trail that goes up to the cleft in the volcano up ahead, with the word mine written next to it, and it looks like closer in, like towards a picture of like a lake inside, there's a little dot which says processing. That's on one piece of paper. Food. So yeah, they've got some simple like scones that are there. Damper, basically damper.
Any like tea or like coffee or what have you?
Yeah, definitely.
Bogart puts his finger in it. He wants to see how warm it is.
It is warm. Yeah.
Kind of swishes his finger about in it and tastes it. Okay. They weren't here too long ago. Maybe Bogart's taking interest in what Rubik's found.
Yep, sure. So, yeah, there are a lot of notes and things in here. If you want to spend some time going through notes, whoever wants to do that, make an investigation roll to see how much information or if there's any information for you to find. If anyone wants to do that, go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh, right. I keep forgetting my investigation's ridiculous. I was like, oh, that's not a great roll. And I'm like, never mind. 17 for me.
6.
3.
Okay. Rubik, this is all about you.
We're bad spies. Rubik's better
Rubik's cool.
The rest of us are looking for rats.
I never had to fight rats. My friends are arguing. I instead reading.
This is impressive. I could listen to the rest of this.
Out loud, by the way, the whole time.
Nice. Hey, Rubik, let me just piece together, because everyone knows in spy movies and in crime movies and all those shows like that, they're able to synthesize the information incredibly quickly. By looking over a few plans, reading a few dossiers, you can very quickly assemble what a normal forensics team would take months to do. right? That's just the way it works. So, Rubik, you're able to piece together that this building that you're currently in is the kind of planning and administrative hub of this island. That above you, the trail goes up to a mine where there are about 20 miners that collect sulfur and are processing it for something they call the weapon. And it talks about that the processing for the weapon happens near the volcano. And there's some kind of allusion, not illusion, allusion in the documents about the twinned rituals. There's one document that you can't read because it's in Ghoulmish, but Bogart can.
What's that, Rubik? You've got a... That looks Ghoulmish, you mind?
So awesome. Huh? Oh, yeah. Can you read this? I hand it off to you.
Yes. If you want to be able to understand the great Ghoulmish tragedies, you've got to know how to read the language. So I think if I make Ghoulmish is not so bad.
So what it says in it is it's a combination of... it's pretty clear that the weapon is in Ghoulm.
Whatever they're building, it's back in their homeland. Quite far from here.
And the other thing is it also makes reference to the twin rituals.
Mention of a twin ritual.
And clearly, one of the twin rituals happens in Ghoulm, and the other in Aratai.
One here, one there. Interesting. Two rituals. Scary stuff. What do you suppose they're ritualizing?
Well, if I had to theorize based off the information we already ascertained from the peers here, I had to harry a guess. It's got to have something to do with demons. Maybe they're summoning twin demons or something.
Ooh.
What? That would be devastating. There's no way we could allow that to happen.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
I was joking about the demon dragon thing, but that's starting to feel a little bit more likely than we thought. I mean, again, this is just a theory. This is not proven, but there's a lot of corresponding evidence. It's safe to say that this is quite the threat.
What if one ritual was for a demon and the other was for a dragon?
Great. Either case, these are two creatures we do not want entering into our space and has to be stopped immediately, right?
Is there a map of the mines on this table, like, just as, like, a sort of, like, charting out what parts have been excavated and, like, entrances and exits and things like that at all on this table, or no?
You bet there is. Of course there is. Yeah.
I'm gonna take a little peeky poo at that, and I'm gonna note that down.
All right. I mean, you can even take it with you if you want. Yep. There are some...
No, I'm gonna leave it.
All right. Yeah. Good. So yeah, you can jot down a scrawled sketch of the map or tracing of the map of the mines for sure. It looks like they've delved 3 layers in. They've gone down 3 layers and they're following a very large, rich line of sulfur that comes from the core and it has extruded out to the exterior of the volcanic cone.
Okay. This is quite a discovery. The 2 rituals. While we're on the island, does it behoove us to investigate the mine?
I think we need to figure out who they're answering to.
Mm-hmm. It could be dangerous.
Does this room being completely empty? I'd like to search to see if there are any like trap doors or hidden spaces within it.
Sure.
Like especially within the floorboards or along the walls, kind of
Yeah.
testing, running my fingers through things, hitting around.
Yep. Make that investigation roll.
Oh, thank goodness. A dirty 20.
Wonderful. There is a trap door in the floor.
Ooh.
Come over here. I get a sense something is underneath this. And with a slight hesitation and a little bit of an olive branch, Bogart, would you like to open this door?
It would be my honor. And then he makes his way over to the trapdoor. And as he's about to open it, he says, "Now, there are rats in here. It would hardly be my fault. All right?
Agreed.
Great. Open."
You open it, and there is a tunnel that goes from underneath the building and heads, you can see that it's heading definitely in the trajectory towards the mountain, the volcanic cone.
I have a hunch. I think this will take us to the mines. Feels rather subterranean.
All right.
It feels like home.
Oh,
Oh. Well, if you're feeling cozy, you could lead us.
Yeah, sure, I could probably do that.
excellent. I like this approach better as well. We're not out in the open. We can approach from underground. I like this.
And I assume that means that Rubik leads into the tunnel, followed by
I'll go last.
Maury,
I'll go second.
Bogart at the rear. Great, I want perception rolls, everyone.
Oh, yay. 18.
9.
13.
Cool. And Cat Foxy, thank you so much for the sub. You guys have got one extra communal inspire. That's just
Oh my god, thank you.
I rolled an 18, but I could roll better.
Sweet.
Yeah.
No!
Wait for it in your next nat 1.
okay. This tunnel seems to be of higher quality than the building that you are leaving, which doesn't make a lot of sense. The tunnel's walls are sheer, they're plumb, not as in the fruit, but as in, a vertical surface. And they head on an incline, a steady incline, towards the volcanic cone. And as you move forward, the incline gets steeper and steeper, and eventually steps replace the incline. You can feel heat. By the time you're up like the first 20 steps, waves of heat start to come down. You start to feel heat. And the strong smell of sulfur assaults your nostrils. Another 20 seconds later, and you can hear the mumbled sounds of voices up ahead. The tunnel that you're in is now pure volcanic stone that has had these like sharp, perfect cuts in it as you're heading up into the heat. And now, dim illumination, red illumination from the tunnel ahead of you. What are y'all doing?
I've not been in a lot of tunnels, but is this normal?
What, for it to smell like farts? Yeah, usually.
No, I was meaning more of the big red light at the front.
No, that is new. I am not sure what that is. I'm not the stealthiest. Does anyone else want to maybe I can squish against the wall if someone wants to move past me.
Nah, you're doing great.
No, I really think that maybe someone else should do this because, I'm so frail and,
No.
someone will sneeze on me, I'll snap in two. That's just the way of it, isn't it?
You're just efficiently built, and you're fantastic for leading the group. Plus, it's great to see your leadership style. I've never seen anyone so brave and perfect for being front of the line.
What?
Yeah.
Rubik, I'm actually...
Man, no wonder...
You can't do.
Well, I never, Okay, fine, I'll go up ahead and I'll go look. And I'll mosey on up ahead.
Is this a stealth roll or not?
I'm running out of spell slots. Yeah, this will be a stealth check.
I love that. Go ahead.
Go, +1. Okay, not terrible. That's gonna be a 17.
Ooh, yeah.
7.
Dang.
All right. You creep up the sides. And moving up, hugging the wall, the rough volcanic rock, the strong smell of sulfur, the voices, these murmured voices up ahead. You can see the rectangular outline of red reflected light up ahead. And you reach the lip of the end of the corridor that you're going through. And as you reach it, the top of these steps, you can hear by the sounds of hammers striking and shovels cracking into things. It definitely feels like you're about to enter some kind of mine area. And I'm just dealing with what you can hear at this point before you decide what you're going to do next. And you can hear bloop, bloop as well. And it is definitely hot in here. But the passageway ends so that it's facing a stone wall, and the room that all the sound is coming from is probably just around the corner to your right. If you were to poke your head around to the right, you'd probably be able to see into the room where the murmured voices and the tools are coming from. You've done very well with sneaking. What are you doing, Rubik?
I'm gonna go back to my companions and turn towards them and go, okay, well, the red glow is probably magma, and I'm hearing miners and there's someone talking. So I can turn 2 people invisible. 1 person can't be invisible.
I'll stay further behind. I'll watch from here and make sure that our exit is clear. How does that sound? I'll stay visible and I'll wait until I get the clear for me to move ahead.
You got it. All right,
Okay.
Bogart.
All right.
You ready to turn into a stagehand? You gotta be invisible.
Oh, yes, that's right. Don me in my blacks, as it were.
You got it. And I cast invisibility, 3rd level, and I'm gonna turn myself and Bogart invisible.
Wow, brilliant. You're now invisible. Yeah? What's next?
Okay, so don't punch anybody, and if you can even do so, don't cast a spell, okay?
Don't worry, I'm all over it.
All right. Let's do this. Oh yeah, I probably shouldn't do that.
Okay, and you get to the edge of the corridor, where all you need to do is turn right, and you'll be able to see into the room. Yeah? What you doing, guys?
Turning right and going in the room, I think.
Who's going first?
Yep, Bogart will. Rubik's done plenty.
Okay, Bogart.
Gotten us very.
You are listener supreme. I am relying on you.
Bogart, you move around into the room. And in the middle of the room, with its arms folded, watching you, is a creature of nightmares. A beast. A winged beast. With shadow mist coming out of its base, looking towards you. Behind, you can see magma, a pit. You can see miners are gathering lumps of sulfur and are placing them in large cauldrons from which it is being poured into molds of arcane designs. But the beast looks at you and says, "Welcome."
And then Bogart kind of looks to Rubik, even though he can't see them.
Not to whatever this thing is.
Okay.
And with that, we'll finish our episode for the day.
Uh-oh.
I am afraid. I know that we're supposed to make this into 4 episodes, but I don't know how, judging by this creature.
Rot roll.
Hey, that was a lot of fun. You guys actually did, it sounds like I'm surprised. But that second half scene with the running through the streets, the combat with the guards, the finding information, you did all that was very effective. Didn't hurt that you got 5 20s.
Yes, I was very pleased about that.
Brilliant. Hey, thanks
Use a
for
lot of our rerolls, though.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
goodness for Chad's good kindness.
Yes,
Thank you, chat.
absolutely. Yeah, the re-rolls were,
yeah.
fantastic.
Hey, so guys, thanks for joining us. What we're going to do is we're going to say our thanks and all that kind of stuff, and then we'll do a wee bit. I'll hang around and chat afterwards. But first of all, thanks to anyone who's given us a follow. I see that there's a whole bunch of people that have hit us with a follow during this episode. Thanks so much, everyone. Really appreciate it. Thanks to everyone who's subscribed here on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit us with a subscribe. If you're watching this, it's a free way that you can support our channel and help our channel to grow. We really appreciate it. Other ways that you can support our channel without spending any money at all is by leaving comments in the YouTube videos. That really helps the algorithm to push it on. We've got 2 sponsors that we want to say thanks to. First is our friends from BD&D who... BD&D. If you use the code Dice Legenz, you can get 10% off of their already good prices on books and... Let's ping pong. Books.
Games.
Magic the Gathering.
Pinks for your minis!
Yeah, that's cool. BD&D, they're great. We really love them. Thank you so much for supporting us pretty much from the beginning. We love you guys.
Yeah.
And then our dice sponsors, D20 Collective. And if you want dice, and I know that a lot of you do want dice, then please go to D20 Collective for your own sake. They've got good prices, and they also give our viewers a discount if you use the code 10Legends. You get a discount as well, 10% discount. And finally, our Patreons. I see that in our chat here live, we got some Patreons with us. Thanks for all your support, Patreons. From the very beginning, we've had Patreons with us, and we really appreciate your support. It really helps our channel to grow. And lastly, let's say thanks to our guests that have beamed in from Canada and US. Let's start with shameless promote from you, Monty. Let's start with you, Monty.
Oh my gosh, you can find me, I'm MontyGlu. You can find me at MontyGlu on Twitter. You can find me at twitch.tv/MontyGlu and also twitch.tv/The Unexpectables. If you like my DMing, I DM The Unexpectables every Wednesday, as well as I DM pre-written modules on my own channel on Monday and Thursday. And I'm supposed to play video games on Monday as well, but I have not been able to do that because everything has been scheduled on Monday. I'll get back to Mass Effect eventually, I promise.
Mass Effect.
You can catch me there.
Awesome.
Yeah, first time playing through it, so it's been fun.
Oh my gosh, do you get to play
Yeah.
some of the DLC too?
I'm assuming I will. I have two friends who are like wingmanning me right now to help me through the game. I flipped the Mako. It's very fun.
Oh,
They're also making sure no one spoils anything for me because I
Right.
don't know anything. And
I'm
so everyone's had that reaction. They're like, it's like, wait, it's your first time playing Mass Effect? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, I wish I was you. And
Yeah,
I'm
so
like,
very happy.
cool.
I love number 2.
I
Oh,
like
yeah.
the first game so far. I mean, honestly, the Mako not having fall damage made the game infinitely more fun. So, yeah.
The real question is which human are you choosing more often? What did you end
Human?
up? Yeah. Yes.
We got Ashley, we got Karth. My friend calls Kaiden Karth because apparently the voice actor for Kaiden also voices Karth, and I think
I was
one of
like,
the
who's
Oh,
Karth?
he does, yes.
Yeah. I'd probably prefer Kaiden over Ashley. I'm
Absolutely.
trying to be a little more forgiving of the humans.
100%
Ashley just
Kaiden.
said some of the most racist stuff, and I was like, "Whoa, lady,
Yes.
come on!"
Yes.
Whoever chooses
I have
Ashley.
played that game over like 8 times. I've only played it once where I kept Ashley, and I will say, trust Mass Effect for a decent story. It is worth playing one more time around again, at least just to see Ashley's arc.
Ashley's
That's
yeah.
interesting.
But I understand. I always stuck with Kaiden too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best boy.
All right, hey, let's turn to you, Caustic. Shameless self-plug, go.
Yes, I'm Caustic Phoenix here on Twitch, also on Twitter because I'm inconsistent with my branding. I am Becca Godsey over there. But if you'd like to find me somewhere else, like later today in about like 2-ish hours on D20 Deathmatch, we are going to have the Battle of the Daddies. And if you love Destiny, it's even more of your game because we have Big Daddy Tej fighting off against the Lord Daddy himself. That's right. My name is Bife. So I hope you all come and join us for that.
It's gonna be cool. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. Trubie, always great having you in the studio.
Thanks so much.
Thanks to our moderators out there, and thanks you guys in the tech team. Thanks, Luca. Thanks, Jason.
Yes.
I appreciate it. All right, I'm gonna hang around and chat after the credits. But in the meantime, see you guys later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.